What Donald Trump was charged with was a bookkeeping error. Some would argue that it's not actually an error because payments to lawyers were classified as payments to lawyers. Donald Trump's bookkeeping error was brought to the DOJ. The DOJ denied to charge. The bookkeeping error case was then brought to the FEC since they said it was a federal elections violation. They declined to charge. The bookkeeping error was brought to the DA's office. The DA's office in New York, Alvin Bragg's predecessor, he denied to charge. Said there's nothing here. The statute of limitations on a bookkeeping error is 2 years in the state of New York. This payment happens in 2017. That was 6 years ago. So the statute of limitations has run out 3 times. Alvin Bragg gets elected with Soros money, and then Alvin Bragg declines to charge. It is only when Matthew Colangelo, the number 3 guy, a dirty, greasy sleazebag at the Biden Department of Justice, decides to leave his cushy pension job for some reason and go work in a dusty, dingy, backwater district attorney's office in Lower Manhattan, which a career move that nobody can make any sense of, and then work exclusively on this case. To do what? To try and upgrade a misdemeanor into a felony. Alvin Bragg's office has downgraded close to 80% of the felonies to misdemeanors. 80% of the felonies that go through Alvin Bragg's office get downgraded. This, as far as we can tell, based on all available reporting, is the first misdemeanor that's been upgraded to a felony in Alvin Bragg's office. So that's how we got here. How did they upgrade that misdemeanor, that statute of limitations had run out, to a felony? Well, they did that through the attempt to prove an underlying greater crime. And what's that greater crime? We don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody's been able to actually pin that down. And that's why in this trial where the judge is a Joe Biden donor and his daughter raises hundreds of millions of dollars for Democrats to put Trump in jail, presumably this is an operation to make the judge's family rich that was plotted out for years. This rigged system and operation was finally brought to fruition yesterday with a guilty verdict of Donald Trump, because the judge said you can literally pick a menu of crimes. You don't even have to specify what crime you think Donald Trump committed. You can just, in your heart, if you think he's a bad guy, you can just say he's guilty of any one of these crimes. It's like a dollar menu at McDonald's. Those don't exist anymore. But either way, you just select state crime, tax statute, federal crime. And that's what they did. They browbeat, confused, and intimidated that jury pool into finding Donald Trump guilty. And those jurors found Trump guilty, partially because they're probably confused or they're seething Trump haters because this is a Biden plus 80 district.